good morning everyone to the last day. So last night when I got into town, stopped at Tractor Supply because I need to get a couple of bits, a couple of these guys, so I could make it easier to swap my tires out. Came back out, the car didn't run flawless the whole drive. Trans temps 150, you know, just buzzed along. And got Tractor Supply, didn't want to go into gear. So, you know, we got to the hotel, we got some gas afterward. You know, finally kind of went, all the gears worked, no slippage that I know of. Went to get a little bit of gas, everything worked fine. So this morning I had a little transmission fluid. We're going to drive over to the track. Probably should have checked it hot last night. But we're going to ride over to the track this morning, and when I get there, you know, we'll have a little bit of heat into it, and we'll check the fluid level. So hopefully everything's okay. When I check the fluid, I run hydraulic fluid, and it was still nice and clear. You know, there was a little discoloration just because of, you know, it's got a year's worth of use onto it, you know, and quite a few drag and drives now. So we'll drive it over, we'll give it a little pull, see if, you know, if it pulls nice and hard as we get close to this, you know, strip. And just to kind of, you know, gauge the health of the transmission here. So we're just getting it warmed up here for a minute, and probably head over and see if I can get in or not. And it's like 8 o'clock. It's, you know, bored sitting in the hotel. Raj is bored sitting in the hotel. He's already went to go wash his car, and then he's going to drive over to the track as well. So I'm just putting a little heat into her, and then we'll see how it does. Alright guys, so we got the car all changed over. So basically right down there where we're pitted, you know, basically we can just shoot out right into the pit lanes. You know, here's the track. Nice little track by the looks of it. Decent little groove. So it is definitely an 8 mile track. So it looks like there's a good rubber base now. I don't see any bald spots. So hopefully the track will take some heat here in a little bit. I'm not going to be the first car down. I'll let a couple cars go in front of me. See how the track holds. Transmission seems to be okay. I don't know, maybe it's just in my head right now. But you know, when I rebuild the engine or build a new engine for the car, I'll probably pull the transmission apart and just take a peek inside and see what everything looks like. See if it's okay. And go from there. So anyway, track goes hot here in the, I don't know, it's 10:30 I think now at noon. So I've still got to warm up the nitrous bottle. But yeah, it's a nice little setup here. You know, these are the fun tracks to me, right? These little podunk places, you know, small little setups. You can see there's not huge bleachers or anything. It's kind of cool because we've seen a couple of, you know, Air Force jets or Army jets or Marine jets or whatever, you know, fly in already today. So I'll see if I can't catch a video of a couple of military planes flying in. Sorry for it being super windy, but you can see here's a couple of the jets, you know, that are no longer in service out here. We've seen a military jet land here a minute ago, so we'll have to see if I can catch one. But yeah, here's kind of what we're looking at, you know, coming down to the big end of the track. You know, a bunch of airplanes that are, you know, no longer in service, and looks like they're parts airplanes. All right, guys, so Chris is in a fight with Bruce. They're .0006, right? 3 zeros and a 6?
Was, but now we're 016.
016. Get different. So what Chris do? Pulled the hitch off, pulled the seat out. He's emptying the car all out. He's going to go all out, try to beat Bruce for the week. That's
Mopar power.
That's right.
Once again, we will start with the C as in camshaft, C group. We will start with you, then go to D as in dot group. We will go to A and D. Unfortunately, we don't have an H group. I don't have a honking parts fall off group. Rick, turn around. I'm right behind you. Turn around. I'm right behind you. He's waving at a tower that I'm not even in.
All right, guys, so you can see here everybody is rolling in. Pits are filling up. Quite a few, I think there's quite a few spectators that are roaming around, so quite a few locals. So picked up a t-shirt from the local tracks. All right, it's so freaking windy. It's a huge headwind, so we're gonna, it's gonna cut down on making steam today. You can see, I don't know if you can see the flags, but man, it's just a major headwind today. So we'll see how much we lose. Chris went all out, tearing everything out of the car he could, and yeah, we're about ready to go here. So I'm not sure how many cars have finished or will be finishing, but like I said, nice little track, good crowd. All right, guys, so we're on the lanes. DA is somewhere in the 6,000 feet, so we should be somewhere similar to Amarillo, a little worse than Amarillo. So see if we can hit the 7.3s again. That would be, about where we're going to be because of the DA.
Once again, Alien Dragway t-shirts are available on the top floor of the tower. Get one now. Mike Turner coming up again against the Diesel Dodge pickup truck right-hand side. Derek Anderson will pick up truck. This is the second run for both of them.
$7.58. So not what I was looking for. Like I said, it had the little hiccup on the hit. So we'll make one more pass and see what it does. Okay guys, so we've run a 58 and a 60. I took the hitch off, that's 40 pounds, and I put more nitrous to it. So we'll see what it'll do.
Nitrous
751. Maybe with some better track prep, it might actually get the 48s. Maybe we'll try one more. Alright, so this will be Raj's first run. It'd be nice if he could be a one and done, but I'm sure he'll be doing a couple more.
Wow. Jason Russo is actually polishing your skills on power. I heard he polished his gas this the other on Sunday. Very good. Keep in mind how it goes. Roman Garuda, nothing to stop. Let the inside go. 100 miles just to the start of the season. The 1950 only about ocean left the inside. Son of a John Valley, the outside, cars are down the inside.
Yeah, 798's not going to cut it. You can see he spun real bad. All through there, he just kind of spun. Alright, let's see what Rich can do. How you doing, Ricky? Good. Yeah, Raj ain't happy with that run. I don't know, I might move Rich a little more out of the groove than where then I wouldn't put him in the same spot Raj was. Yeah. That's pretty good recovery. Alright, so here's Raj's second hit. So the right lane is definitely better than the left. Man, the guys are getting all squirrely in the left lane. So the right lane seems to be doing better. See what he can do.
He's done one the hook he wanted last time, so Rodek's coming right back around. He's going to try one more time.
Lining them up.
Guy is not afraid to put laps and miles on his car.
See if Rich can better his 635 run.
Did a 6,100-mile round trip in this car. This car has been through the snow several times. He doesn't even always fucking clear. Lines up here again. John Italian.
Oh yeah, Rich is on much better run. 621. Got a little loose on the big end. Well, hello everybody. It's the next day, and I'm starting a journey back to Ozark Raceway Park. 820 miles. Actually, I'm down to about 759 miles to go. Good day yesterday. You know, I was hoping to run a little better than the 751 that I ran. But you know what? It's a cool video because, you know, it launched really good, and then if you look out of the left rear tire area, you can see the plane from the nitrous kind of kicking in on the head. It's only for a split second that you see it, but you know, you see it. You know, so Raj ended up winning fastest Oldsmobile. I think he finished 8th overall. stick shift, so those guys both won awards. I believe I came in second for fastest mopar. You know, because the D100 tungsten, torque and tungsten, they were in the 6-cylinder class, so they were technically faster than me, but in the class I chose to compete in, you know, they won 6-cylinder. Let's see. Chris was able to run a personal best 770 in his car in the 8. He's only ever run 8th mile. But he's been 735s at, you know, let's say 800,000 feet. So I don't know 770 what that would be corrected. Okay, it may be faster than his 730s, the 5s that he's run. Now, he doesn't have a cage, so technically he can't go faster than 735. So he's right on that edge, right? Or 736, he can't go faster than 736, that's what it is. Steve Morris edged out Tom Bailey by just, by like 0.002 or something, I guess. Let's see, some of the stuff that went right, some of the stuff that went wrong. Got the carburetor pretty well dialed in. I need to get some higher idle gear speed bleeds to lean the carb out on the cruise. Really, I can leave the 33 air bleeds in there at elevation, which I normally run. We ran the air bleeds up a little higher, you know, when we started getting into the 6, you know, 8, 9,000 feet area. You know, race at Albuquerque, or Amarillo, Albuquerque, and here at Roswell. I rolled 30,000 miles, exactly as I rolled into Roswell. So I got a picture of that. I'll drop that in here. Thought that was really cool, you know, to be able to hit 30,000 miles. The carrier on the back, they were telling me, man, that thing would be flopping like a foot in the air, you know, going over some bumps and things. And actually I found we actually had to put some straps on it that I had to keep it from, you know, to keep it up high so it would reduce the bounce. And it put some stress on my hitch. It actually, I have a small crack in my hitch. So I'm going to have to fix my hitch. So I'll have to grind it out, weld it, and then I'm going to weld a big washer to it as well. So that way, you know, it helps reinforce that area. So this, well, it was a good idea to use this thing. It actually flopped around a lot. So good and bad. Oh, let's see what else. Oh, I don't know. Great trip. Awesome trip. Man, you know, I got some awesome pictures. I hope you guys enjoyed some of them, some of the views. You know, driving through, you know, the mountains, the colors in the mountains and stuff were spectacular. Man, just what a fun time. So, transmission is something's not happy with the transmission. It seems like it's when it sits for a little while, it's all the torque converter is like bleeding the fluid down, and then when I put it in gear and try to get moving, it doesn't just want to go. You know, it takes a little RPM, and it's not really slipping, but it just doesn't want to get going. But once I'm going, and if I come to stoplights and stop signs and everything's fine. Works like exactly like it normally does. So it's like bleeding off some of the transmission fluid, I think, out of the converter. So I don't know if there's a sealing ring that's gone bad. I tried Teflon sealing rings, and I think maybe a Teflon sealing ring is decided to go south on me and bleed the pressure off. I'm cruising along, you know, I'm keeping an eye on the RPM, the speed, so, you know, that way I know if it's slipping, you know, then something's going to happen. I'm watching trans temps are under 150 right now. We're just cruising right along, you know, it's like 65 for the most part, even though it's like 75 through here. And I'm sure Raj is going to go blowing by me here before long. I'm sure he's not too far behind. And Chris is actually anything happens on the ride back, I'll let you know. So far the car is doing really good. We're going to have to pull the transmission out when we get home and see what's going on. And, you know, I'm sure there's nothing wrong with the frictions and steels. Just probably just need to get a gasket set and just reseal to get the whole transmission again. Just to make sure everything's fine. And then we're going to build a 403 stroker motor over the winter. So we'll have that ready for next year. So stick around for the 403 stroker motor build. Basically, it's going to be a stock or 360 stroke to 403. So 30 over engine is normally a 408 stroker. We're going to do a 403 stock 4-stroker with this thing. Save a little money on the machining. So I'll go into detail about that if you want to follow that along. Otherwise, right now, guys, I'm just buzzing along. There is absolutely almost nothing since I've left Roswell, you know, over an hour ago. Basically, it's just nothing but cows and wide open field and a bumpy ass road. So with that, like I said, I think that wraps up 666. Oh, they gave us a really cool plaque last night, or you know, tin. Now let me get it. I survived 666. So if you made it to the end, they handed these out to everybody. To all the SIG Ward participants, to all the racers, you know, that completed it, you know, they gave out one of these nice tins. So we'll add this to the garage wall. Anyway, guys, I've been rambling for looks like 8 minutes, and if you made it this far, thank you for watching all the videos, because all the money which is very little, that I make off these videos goes right back into these cars. Peace out. See you in the future upload. By the way, we will be at SIG Week in January, so I've got to get this car fixed up. New engine, refresh the transmission, and go through every freaking nut and bolt on this thing, because man, there are some roads that were rattle your teeth bad. So definitely got some work to do to this thing to make sure everything is okay. Well, guys, I got about 3 hours of sleep in the last 24 hours because, yeah, it decided to kill all the gears in the transmission. So Joel Kerr gave me a ride back to Ozark. I started driving back down. I got 3 hours of sleep. Finished the drive this morning. Now it's Sunday morning. Loaded up. I'm gonna get a couple hours of sleep in the back of the truck and then start driving and just taking my time to get home tomorrow on Monday. So we lost all the gears. Don't have no idea what happened. Speculating pump. But I guess when I tear it down in a few weeks, after pushing it in the garage and just kind of forgetting about it for a couple weeks, we'll dig into it and figure out what happened. But yeah, that's how 666 ended. Long ass day.